Gelicious21, and this is another episode of How to Handle with Gelicious21. Today I'm going to be installing a EGR valve with the gasket, so let's take a look. Alright, long story short, I went to AutoZone the other day because my engine check light was on and my car was misfiring and turning off, and I got a whole bunch of misfire codes on each cylinder misfire, random multiple misfire, and EGR valve. So we're gonna start here. If you got the big engine, this is the big engine, the J series 3.0 VTEC. We can start by removing the plastic right here, and I'm just gonna remove the plastic right here in the front too, which is flathead screwdrivers. 1, 2, 1, 2, and the whole plastic piece lifts up after that. Put that to the side here. All right, what you're gonna need is the EGR valve, which is what I got right here. Got to be careful because depending on the engine size and sometimes the model year of the engine size, EGR valve is a little bit different. So make sure your plug is correct, and make sure you compare the bottom of the EGR valve for the J series engine because they're different in the bottom. So alright, so first things first, we got the plastic off. We're gonna take a look down here, right on the side, right there, like right next to the oil cap in the upper right hand corner of the oil cap. Right here, you'll see it is the EGR valve, right there. So you can start by unplugging it. It's not supposed to move like that, but I kind of pre-loosened the bolts, so this video won't take as long. And so it's unplugged, and then we're gonna go down here and look. There's two bolts. This bolt right here, on my car, it was a 12 millimeter, and there's another one on the other side of the EGR valve. If you look right down there, you can't barely see it, but it's like right there. It's another 12 millimeter. Get those two 12 millimeter bolts loose. Deep spaces that are hard to reach, I like to use extensions. I got an extension here on my ratchet and 12 millimeter at the end of it. Stick it down there and get to work. If you want to make it easier like I did, you can remove the hose right here that goes into the valve cover. Got my two 12 millimeter bolts off. I sat them aside. At this point, there should be nothing else holding the EGR valve down, unless sometimes some older EGR valves, they have the vacuum hose connected to it. So just check and see if yours does or not. If not, you should be good. Pull it right out. Just the EGR valve. Once again, I'm gonna compare them. Here's the new one. Here's the old one. Plugs are exactly the same amount of prongs and all, same angle. All right, so now we're gonna put the gasket on. Take your gasket. If the EGR surface is really bad, you can get like a gasket scraper or something and scrape it off, or you can get some like carburetor throttle body cleaner and like clean it off. Mine's is not that bad, so I'm just gonna go ahead and set the gasket right on in place here. Gasket is in place. Now we're going to take the EGR valve. Gonna set it in place. Exactly the way you took it off is the way it goes on. Now we're going to put our bolts back on. Got my two bolts or nuts on there, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten them up. Alright, so the swivel helped, and that area is real tight space, so I added the swivel at the end there. That really helped. Got my EGR valve bolted in. I'm just going to go ahead and reconnect it, connector here. EGR valve is successfully installed. All the stuff that you took apart to make it easier for you to install the EGR valve, make sure you put everything back. If you mess with this hose right here, take a peek in there and you'll see that mine's dry rotted, so that broke off in there, and that will cause problems. So make sure if you mess with any hose, disconnecting any hoses, check both ends, because a lot of times they break and you don't even know it. Next thing you know, you got a vacuum leak and it's causing problems and you don't even know what's going on. So yeah, check everything before you put everything back together, and make sure you put your plastic back on, and that's it. Pretty much just install the EGR valve. This has been another episode of How to Honda with Glicious21. I'm gonna go back to AutoZone, see if they'll clear the codes up for me, or try to do it myself. And Glicious21, a Honda Tune 4. Yeah. I'm riding around in the Honda crowd and we popping VTEC, it's fucking loud, and I'm fucking proud when I scrape the ground, cause I'm the lowest Honda you'll see around. And I'm from Honda Nation, we all over town, and I just hit a pothole, I need an ultrasound.